And the most important, I would say, is that thing that each one is so unique in our individuality that there is no one else like us on this earth. You have this craving within you to bring forth something that's specifically you, uniquely you. And we also know that when you don't follow that voice, when you don't do that, you do feel frustrated, anxious, irritated, stressed. Try to think about what it is you dream of, what is the hope of, what would you like to change in the world? Bring that forward. What would you like to change in your own life, right? We are capable of so tremendous acts, of tremendous changes and development. We as human beings have fantastic abilities. And the most important, I would say, is that thing that each one is so unique in our individuality that there is no one else like us on this earth. And I really want you to pay attention to that, because there is no one who has your thoughts. There's no one to have your exact opinions. There's no one who have your exact feelings. And there's no one who has exactly your understanding of current events or your life history. And within your mind, your brain, the neurons have been wired in such a way that your personal experience is reflected through your talents into a world that no one else can do exactly like you. And that is fascinating, but also fantastic, isn't it? And this is why when we look at us, 8 billion of us on this planet today, but when we look at us, we have unique DNA. We have unique fingerprints. We can recognize each other. Our face look different. And it's not just a familiarity thing, because now even AI, facial recognition, can recognize one person from the other. So we are unique, right? Each one of us are unique. Not one of us are the same. It doesn't matter where we live or how we're raised. We are really unique. And that ponders the great question, whether you are, like I am, theological, religious, spiritual, or you are just evolutionary. Then you have to consider, why did evolution then create us so uniquely that we are so different from the herd in many ways while having great similarities, right? That we still have a unique trait. And that must be from the purpose of evolution, or from the purpose of creation, that we have a specific purpose, that difference in genetic code or difference in abilities and talents is designed willfully to put in for us to have that effect, to bring that forward, to change the status quo, to be a difference, right? And that is a fascinating thought. And as a Christian, of course, it leads me back to the story, the parable of the talents from Matthew and Luke, that when Jesus is telling the parable of the master who goes away and takes one servant and he gives him 5 talents, and he gives another servant 3 talents or 2, and he gave only one, right? And the one he gave 5 to goes and invest and multiply it, and when the master comes back, he has abundance to give him, and the master says, "You're a great servant," etc. The one with 2 does the same, managed to double it, and the master says, "Great servant." The one who only got 1 went away and buried it in the ground. And when the master comes back, he searches for it and digs it up and comes back and says, "Here is it, I've taken care of it, it's safe for you." And the master is a little bit upset and says, "You slothful servants, you were only trusted with a little bit, and you will receive nothing," right? You gained nothing, right? And I don't want to see this. You can see this, of course, as a way of investment, right? Which you can use it for. But if in the Matthew, it comes right after the the maidens that have weight with the oil, and therefore we can see it has more to do with your spiritual talents or preparing for heaven, and not so much with finances. Whereas in Luke, it seems more like it has to do with gaining and investment. So, but the whole point is also in the Gospel of Thomas. We have a fantastic saying that's where Jesus says that if you bring forth what is within you, it will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, it will destroy you. And that, I think, is a very wise word, because we know that you have this craving within you to bring forth something that's specifically you, uniquely you. And we also know that when you don't follow that voice, when you don't do that, you do feel frustrated, anxious, irritated, stressed, and become unhappy. So there is really great truth in that one, is that if you don't bring forth those dreams, aspirations, hopes, ambitions you have, and build on those talents you have to become something, you will be unhappy. It will destroy you. So it's really important that you accept who you are and say, hey, I have this talent. And when I say accept who you are, I'm not accepting your position in life as it is or where you are, but accept that you are a divine spark or an evolutionary, very unique spark, if you want to go that direction. I don't really care. Whether you go to the evolutionary route or the spiritual route, you will find that you are unique and very special. And as you are unique and very special, you're here for a purpose, right? So you have a specific purpose to bring this species forward, bring us forward as human beings, to enlighten the world, to brighten the world, to shine in the world, and to create a difference. That's why there's nothing worse in this world than indifference, because indifference is the destruction of society, destruction of man, woman, man as a term of humanity. And so, as I'm sitting here in the Polish mountains, I'm surrounded by nature and beautiful sight, and you find this need to express thoughts. And so I think you should really consider, all of you out there right now, look into yourself, close your eyes, breathe through your nose, out to your mouth, all the way into your stomach, 3-4 times, close your eyes, and just say to yourself, who am I? And if you can't control your thoughts, if you are skipping all over, do the same. Breathe deeply a couple times, breathe out, and in your own mind, and say out loudly, I wonder what my next thought will be. I wonder what my next thought will be. And then just wait. And after that, you will usually find that your mind goes numb for a while, quite still. When you've done that, try to think about what it is you dream of, what is your hope of, what would you like to change in the world? Bring that forward. What would you like to change in your own life, right? And then look at your talents, because each one of us, I have met so many people. I have worked in 24 countries on 4 continents. I have met thousands of people I have interacted with, and I have never met one that was exactly like someone else. I always met people that had unique talents, something they were specifically good in. There were things they were bad in. Let's be honest about that. We all have weaknesses, we have strengths. But not just do we have strengths, but we have some superpowers. There are a couple of areas in which each one of us are uniquely fantastic, right? Where we all are a superstar, and where you can be a superhero, you have superpower. And I mean, actually even mean that today, because literally we are having a kind of superpowers. We are, as human beings, able to create amazing things, right? And create amazing societies, and build rockets and go to space, and then, depth of the earth and depth of the sea, and we can fly, we can drive, we can create amazing things. Nothing else in the history of this world or this universe as we know it have reached where we are, right? So And that is something to be aware of and feel the pride of and recognize that you are that one, right? That one unique spark that we all need to shine in order to become a better society. And not just if you don't bring it forth, will it destroy you, but it will also destroy society around you. Because evolution or creation, the spiritual creation, have put you where you are today in order for you to bring forth that which is lacking there. And that's within you. So it isn't just a question of you're going to feel happy, you're going to feel great, you're going to have success if you bring it forth, but you're also going to feel unhappy, stressed, anxious, depressed if you don't bring it forth. And so will the wide circle of people around you because you don't bring it forth. So I often work with courage. I push courage because courage, in my opinion, is the fundamental factor of human happiness. Because it takes courage to be yourself. It takes courage to pursue your goals and have a single vision, no matter what. Not to let anything distract you or keep you out of the way. Don't let anyone else tell you what you can and cannot do. So, be courageous. Live courageously. Believe in yourself. And go change the world.